Hello, Mirabel golfers. This is your summer golf strength class. In today's workout, we're going to use 2 sets of dumbbells, that kind of lighter and heavier set. So for shoulders, that 3 to 5 pounds, and a little heavier for the back and biceps, so somewhere in that 8 to 10 range, also up to 15 if you feel comfortable with that. I'm going to use the foam roller just for a couple balance things because I don't have a wall around me. So this can be a wall, a chair, an object, anything that way, just to give you a little bounce help. We're going to start just standing, so let's get that moving. Give yourself a little room to swing the legs here. I'm gonna have that balance object off my right side, and we're gonna swing that right leg here, okay? So we're looking for just kind of straight back and forth swings. We want the toe to stay facing the same direction. We're gonna do this about 20 times each side. I want you to really focus on pushing into your object that you're holding on to so we don't struggle with the balance, and keeping your stomach awfully strong for me so that we don't arch the back as it goes both ways. Drive it up, drive it backwards as well. The backwards is the harder one to get to. It'll probably stop you pretty quick going that way. A couple more times on this right side. 3, 2, and 1. We'll switch over to the other side. So we're just flipping around, keeping that object off the left side now, and my left leg is swinging. So this allows that left hamstring to take some work here. Again, really in control of my arch of the back, so I'm not doing those kind of things. We're staying in control of the back as the leg swings forward and backwards. No change in the knee. We don't want that locked out. A little bend in it is all we want. Keeps us from kind of aggravating the nerve there. A couple more times with this one. 3, 2, and 1. Jump. All right, I'm gonna set that off the side there. We don't necessarily need the balance for this one. All we're gonna do is widen that stance for me. Sit into that squat. It's called an A-frame stretch. I'm gonna stick my right hand to the inside of my left thigh, and we're just gonna rotate and follow that head with it, okay? Tough one to stay out of the shoulder pick, right? I don't want to go up. I want to go around myself, force the middle back to work here a little bit. Really force that right hand into your thigh to keep your knees from moving. Let's do a couple more this side. And then I want you to hold this last one back there for me. Big initiation of your shoulder blades. We're going to go a little further into that stretch. 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way up out of that. Let that stretch for a second. Give it a second to breathe. We'll go into that squat one more time. Left hand into the inside of my right knee here. My right knee's pushing into that. I'm going to open over the right side, head and chest. Again, we keep that shoulder down away from the ears so that we can keep our middle back and rib cage the biggest stretch. Head follows as the arm turns. Really focus on keeping that shoulder down. We'll hold this one back there. Big squeeze of the shoulder blade. Let's go a little further into that stretch. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Okay, we'll bring you back to a standing position. A little single leg stance here, so just get yourself a little wider with your back leg, so that right leg's gonna be behind you on this one. I wanna sit into that left hip, okay? So I'm gonna show you kind of side view, because I really wanna get into that hip as we work here. And all we're gonna do is work on sitting into that hip, letting our upper body twist. Once we get comfortable with that, my back leg's gonna come up and see if we can work with controlling that as we move. Head can stay stable on this one. Allows us to kind of keep the balance a little bit more. You can see the knee starts to shake. That's the hip kind of working. We just wanna stay through the heel, let yourself work just slowly back and forth both ways. About 20 seconds each side. Really focus on not over-exaggerating the upper body. That's where your lower body will suffer. So when we start to cheat and we do things with the shoulders. So let's switch to the other side there. So I'm gonna put my right foot in front now. Left foot's gonna be a little wider off the backside. And again, sitting into that hip. You can see that angle as I sit into it. Get the weight into the back of the hip for me there. And then we just let everything slowly start to rotate from there. Again, a tough one to get the feel of. Get that left foot up off the ground as you get there. Don't have to get that left foot off the ground right. I can keep that there. If the balance is different on this side, just let yourself work with it. There's always be a little falls in balance. Just get yourself reset. Pick the back leg back up from there. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Okay, so what I want to do for the last one here, we're going to do a little squat. Okay, so remember that is the hips going behind us. I really want to get them back as far as we can. We're going to hold that and then work with the arms just nice and slow for me, okay? As low as you can with your squat. So let the arms work off of that. Straight arms going over the head. Turn to the side, show you a little bit better view of that one. Really tough again to not lift the shoulder blade, so keep it down away from the ear. Force the stomach, force that middle back, lat stretch. Keep holding. Squat starts to become a little bit fun here as we hold. If you need to, you can go a little higher. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Okay. We'll stand jump out of that. Next couple parts are going to be on the ground. So we'll give you a second to kind of get to the ground there. I'm just going to lay flat here for that first little section. Alrighty, so we'll start you flat on your backs. What we're going to do here first is pull that left knee into your chest. We're going to hold that right where it is the whole time for me, okay? That right leg is going to come straight up to me and then out to the side, right back down to where it started. Don't let it hit the ground. We want to keep it lifted. We're focusing on the stomach here. Big time press into my lower back. I'm not letting anything arch as I move this here either. It's nice and slow. The tough one here, if the leg is too much for you, you can bend it. We don't need it to be full legs that way. We can tap the heel going down and just let the knee open up going sideways. Kind of shortens the lever, makes it a little bit more easier for the back. Let's do a couple more of those. Good job. All right, so we'll put that left leg down to the ground now. My right knee is going to be in towards the chest. We're holding that nice and tight. Again, big time brace into the stomach before I move the left leg here. My left leg's gonna come up to me and out to the side. Back down to where we started. You can see all the movement that tries to happen, especially as I go out. There's a lot of kind of forces that have trouble to stop with there. So just kind of push into that back, focus on not letting the back arch as you do it. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good, okay? Let the knees roll a couple times after that just to stretch the lower back. Give it a second to kind of brace yourself. Okay, so next one here, I want to focus on the feet getting as close to the hips as we can get them. Both elbows are going to stay pushed into the ground hard here for me, okay? That's going to help us support the lower stomach. All we're going to do is lift those knees up for me. We're going to roll side to side. Okay, so this is an outer hip strengthener. As I want to roll left, I want my right elbow to push hard, and then my knees go right, so I want that left elbow to push hard. So we let the stomach kind of take over from there. Let that one just rock side to side. We're gonna keep it here for the first little section. And then I want you to hold that next one to the right for me. So both knees are to the right, and I'm just gonna straighten my knees up and down here a couple of times, okay? As I straighten, we get a lot of stomach coming into play. I want you to focus on left elbow pushing hard. The opposite elbow keeps us from lifting the back here. Let's do 2 more. 1, 2, very good, okay? Second to breathe, we'll come back to the middle. Get your stomach down, get that back arch out of this one. Let's go to the left. A couple more straightenings of the knees over there. Again, use that right elbow into the ground. Force yourself to keep the back from arching. Last one. Very good, okay? Second to breathe, time to bring in those dumbbells, okay? Let's use that lighter set first, okay? So we've got both my 5-pounders in my hands, or 3-pounders, whatever you're using. We're gonna start with a squeeze of the dumbbells. We're going straight overhead, back and forth here first, okay? We're gonna start with as much pressure into the weights, driving those dumbbells together. That keeps that inner stomach, and then keep the shoulder blades down away from the ears. We go back and forth here. Tough one to keep that upper rib cage tight. So focus on your stomach pushing into the ground. You want a little more, we can lift the feet here as well, okay? That makes it a little more full stomach feel. Focus on not letting anything move. as the arms go back and forth here. Let's do 2 more. 1, 2. Very good. Okay, second to breathe. Let's bring those weights back to the chest just for a quick second, and we will widen your stance of your feet for me. Really wide, match the knees out over the ankles. You want them to feel like the inner thighs are kind of already stretching to start. We're gonna go into that bridge, which is extending the hips, lifting them off the ground, and then the arms are gonna start straight out in front of you. We're looking for the chest fly motion, basically a full straight arm with a light bend in the elbow. Let it work back and forth from the center. Control as you get towards the outside to not let anything wobble underneath you, right? We want the hips high, the glutes involved the whole time, and then let the chest work off of that. Back and forth, feel like we're hugging something as you come out in front, not reaching the shoulder. It's tough to do. Five more seconds of that. And relax, very good. Okay, let's drop one of those light weights off. We'll drop the right hand off so that we have just a left-handed weight now. And all I'm gonna do with this is cross my right over my left for that figure 4 stretch. Okay, so we're gonna do a quick one with that. I want my left arm straight up over my chest to start, and that big figure 4 crossover over the right leg. We're gonna let the knees roll to the right. My left hand's gonna reach overhead. That creates a kind of a counter stretch for our stomach here as we go. Back and forth with this one. We want to try to time them at the same time. The knees are pulling out, the shoulders reaching overhead. Get a lot of left middle back, a lot of left stomach here as we go. Right. Tough one to keep that lower spine stable with. Again, if you want a little more, I'm okay with you lifting the left foot off the ground and let it roll to the right without any ground support. Puts a little more pressure on the lower stomach. Just go slow with it. 2 more. 1, 2. Very good. Okay. Second to breathe. The weight switches over to the right hand, and now my left foot is going to cross over my right. Kind of the opposite combo that way. All we're going to do is let that right arm go straight overhead. The knees roll to the left here. Should feel like that top left leg is kind of dragging your right leg into the stretch. We're looking for the separation of the right rib cage, right hip here. This is too much for lower back. I just want you to press into it first, make it a smaller motion. Again, if you need more, we can lift the foot and work with the elevated feet through the motion. Nice and slow. Let's do 2 more of those. Very good. Okay. We're going to take that small weight for 1 more here. We're going to roll you all the way onto your left side. So a side plank position. Okay. What I want to do is we'll have that weight in the top right hand and that left arm underneath you with the left knee bent. Okay. So we're looking for that kind of side plank position where we're going to work with the right arm through a rotator cuff hold. So all we're doing is lifting the hips as high as you can, squeezing them forward. Right elbow stays right by your side. And we're just going to keep that moving here, holding for 30 seconds. Tough one again. I don't want you to rotate anything right. I want you to keep your chest just squared up to your shoulder there. The wrist should be straight out from the elbow and squeeze the hips forward. About 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Very good. Okay, I'm gonna flip around. You can flip to the other side. You can kind of see me here. Right elbow's on the ground now. My left hand, top hand has the weights, okay? We focus on pushing those hips up and forward. Left arm's gonna stay right by the side, and then we're just letting that work up and down from there. Focus on your neck here, right? I'm not looking forward, not looking up or down. Straight out in front of you, let everything kind of stay stable with the neck there. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Okay. Let's give you a second. We're going to stand you all the way back up and do the heavy weights now. Now we have those heavy weights in that standing position. I want to split the stance for me, okay? So we're going to drop that right foot behind us and kind of find that split stance. And we work on weight over my front side. The left heel is really dominant with my pressure. We're a reverse fly motion with the weights here, okay? So again, driving the elbows backwards, keeping the palms spacing forward. There's no rotation of the palm on this one. Again, tough to keep the shoulders down. So force them down away from the ear. Let everything just work from there. I want to keep the back foot down on the ground unless you feel really comfortable. I want to keep the balance out of this one. Do 2 more. 1, 2. Good job. All right, switch that around. Right foot's now in front. Put that left leg behind us. Again, the balance comes into play. Just widen the left foot. Even wider up the side will help with the balance. We work on just driving those elbows straight back behind you. Really force the shoulder down, elbows back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Okay, second to breathe there. Another little one where we're gonna step the feet, so just make sure you have some room underneath you. And we're not stepping on any bars or weights or anything. I wanna start with those weights just stacked out in front of you, okay? We work into a reverse lunge where we're gonna turn into my front leg as I do that. So I'll show you here. My right foot's gonna step back. We're gonna turn over my left side, come back to where we started. We're gonna alternate this one. Left foot steps back, I turn right. Okay, so always into my front leg, just alternating as we go. Keep your weight on that front side and just slowly alternate between the two here. We want to feel that stomach kind of take over as we turn. We're not letting my front knee move as I turn, right? You want to kind of stabilize that knee. We're just keeping ourselves moving with this one. We're going to really kind of work the heart rate here. So 10 more seconds. 3, 2, last rep. Good job. All right, second to breathe there. Last little one, we're gonna do a hamstring combo. So what I want you to do is I want to step that right foot just slightly behind on this one, okay? Not a big step, just a light one. We're gonna go into that hamstring hinge forward. So weights to my left heel, pushing the butt behind me. I come back to where I started. We're gonna lift and add a light press off the backside, right down into the hamstring again. Bring that right knee up, try a small little press, back down into my hamstring. Up and out, push it forward, slowly in between, push the hip backwards, come back to where you started, push it up. Let's do 2 more that side. Down through the hip, up and out, down through the hip, up and out. Very good, we'll switch to the other side. Right foot's in front, and a little bit, kind of just a small stance with that left foot behind us. We're gonna sit into my right hip here, lengthening my right hamstring. Come back to where I started, left foot comes up, light little press from there. Down into my right hamstring, back to where I started. Reset your balance if you need to. Down into my right hip, nice and slow, up into the shoulders. Let your right heel stay dominant here. Right heel stays pushing as you go into that press. Do 2 more. Right heel push, right heel push. Last one. All right. So this last little section, just a couple stretches to finish. I'm gonna use a foam roller. I want you to use either a chair or something like that just to give yourself something to work off. We're gonna do a couple of those positions where we have you in the tabletop kind of holding onto it. So that can be a wall, it can be a couch, it can be anything to help you just create that angle. I want both hands just kind of on the object in front of you. What we're gonna do here first, just try to push the hips a little bit both ways. Okay, so I'm not letting upper body get involved with this at all. I wanna see if I can just push the hips laterally kind of side to side as much as I can, and let it stretch a little bit both ways for a second. Do 2 more of those. Good job. Okay, so take your right hand away from the object. You can keep your left hand on it. My right hand's gonna come palm down to my lower back, and we're just gonna try to rotate to my right side here. Does not go far because the shoulder locks up in that position. I'm gonna force the rib cage to work around itself. I wanna feel like I'm pulling my right elbow backwards and not lifting up into this rotation to let yourself feel a little more around your spine and force the stomach to work. Head can follow to help keep the nerves out of it. Let's do 1 more this side. Job. Okay, right hand comes back to the object. Left hand palm out on your lower back, and we're just gonna turn to that left side now. Shoulder pulls down away from the ear. Pull the elbow back, force the rib cage to work. 2 more. Very good. Okay. Last little calf stretch we'll finish with here. Again, object or wall out in front of you. We're gonna step the right foot behind us, and I want to turn the right foot inward to face that front heel. We're just gonna see if you can rock yourself forward with this, okay? Trying to drive as far forward as we can, keeping the heel down, forcing the weight forward. Should stretch a little bit of the outer calf. You can turn it even more if you want. Try to get a different angle. 2 more of those. Good job. All right, we'll flip that around. Right foot comes in front. Turn that left toe to face the right heel as much as you can, and just drive your weight forward. It's not going to go very far here. Two more. Alrighty. Well, good job, golfers. There's a little body weight and dumbbell workout for you. We hope you have a great summer, and we'll see you back in October.